So we did. Come over here with me. Come get in here. Come get in here. Say hello to the people.
How you
This
doing?
is Adam. Adam's the one that crashed Bella's G35. Now he has his own. It's great. Circle of life. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for popping in and hanging out. So, as you guys saw in my most recent video, my sister got a 350Z. And now we have a new addition to the family. My sister's best friend Adam has been staying with us. Great kid. 16 years old. Just bought his first car. And his first car is an 03 G35. So now we have not one, not two, but three boxes in the front yard. Now this G35 is special. Bella's G35 was the same color, roughly the same body, same year. This one's got a wing, and this one is a little special because it is an 03, so it came with the 6-speed manual trans. It actually has non-rip seats, which if you guys follow anything G35 related, that's impossible. It's got the factory big Brembos, which is super sick. And overall, this thing is in pretty damn good condition. I mean, honestly, for the money he paid for it, this is a solid car. It's got a Greddy catback, an AEM intake, amongst other little things. There is one little thing about it though. One little thing that I don't like necessarily is the transmission has a slight grind going into third. Okay, I'm thinking that's indicative of a worn synchro. All right, we could rip apart the trans and rebuild it. Realistically, that's probably what will end up happening one day. But for the time being, a good way to band-aid that is to replace the trans fluid with a thicker, better fluid. I know they're OEM fluid, whatever, yada yada. I have a lot of friends who drift Zs and G35s and stuff like that recommend using synchro mesh. So what's going on today is we are having a freaking maintenance and fixing party, right? So we have 4 quarts of synchro mesh to completely drain and refill his transmission, the transfer pump, and the Allen keys to do that with. We have Rotella for my mom's diesel. We have full synthetic 5W30 for my truck and a OEM filter. We have Pennzoil 5W30 for his car. The Mobile One filter, intermotor, that is a oil pressure sender switch there. And some Lucas oil stabilizer just to get those fluids extra nice and slick and thick and good, because if you know anything about VQs, this is just a DE. If you know anything about them, they love to drink oil. So make it a little thicker, allow extra lubrication. You know, it's just a good idea. I add that to most of my oil changes and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this, and let's drain this transmission. Let's get this thing underway. Also, Adam is new to cars and new to mechanic work. So upon doing maintenance on his car, I've got him right back there. See him right there? I've got him with me. I'm gonna basically teach him how to change his oil, change that oil pressure sensor, look over the car, look for bad like ball joints and bushings and anything worn, and so service the trans, service the oil, and change that sensor. So he's learning. I'm gonna teach him how to jack up the car, where to put the jack points, etc., etc. So he's actually gonna get a little bit of like a crash course on how to do it. And then probably once we get the transmission ironed out, we're gonna hop in the car, we're gonna try to teach him how to drive manual. All right, so when you jack up the car, you need to look at the jack. Alright, so we have the car in the air now. We're on jack stands on both sides, so the front end is up in the air. Let's slide under here and see what we're looking at, see if we got any leaks or anything that we didn't know about. I actually don't see anything that I'm not okay with yet. You got a leak over here, which I don't know what it is because it's just like everywhere. It's not oil pan, so it's above the oil pan, whatever it is. Your oil pan's been bumped one time by something. I think this car was definitely lowered, bro. Cause I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but it's scraped here. The oil pan has a dent in it. The exhaust doesn't look like it was ever scraped, but that control arm has been scraped. So this thing was definitely lowered at one point in its life. Looks like it's got a little bit of a power steering leak, which doesn't seem too bad. Other than that, I mean, everything looks solid, dude. I don't think this is too bad. Which is all he was worried about. He was waiting on the seal of Hudson's approval on whether or not he bought a piece of trash or not. Which it doesn't look like it. But it does have a mean ass exhaust leak somewhere though. Because when you rev it, you can hear it. But I don't know, man. Let's do some more inspecting here. Let's do a little bit more crawling around. Let's see what's going on and see if we can figure out where that exhaust leak's coming from. I don't really see any bad gaskets from the head or back. Which this is probably it, honestly. 'Cause this gasket looks like ass. It looks like one of these cats has been cut open before, and this cat's been scraped. So this thing was definitely dumped. And the exhaust, the flex joint right here has a little bit of wear on it where it was scraped. As for the rest of it, man, I think we just need to take the exhaust apart, put new gaskets in it, and you should be a-okay. That exhaust leak, it's not like something that's detrimental, it's just annoying to me to hear it, you know. But we're gonna do a cat delete and stuff, so you know, we'll eliminate that altogether. But for the most part, she's okay, brother. She's okay.
She's an okay shit box.
Yeah, it's a solid box of shit. Here's our oil filter housing, right? Here's an oil cooler, and then here is that oil pressure sender right here. This is the guy we're going to change today. Not only is it leaking, but I have a rather strong inkling that it is bad. It has an intermittent oil pressure light, meaning that this thing is getting either too much or not enough signal from time to time. So we're just going to clean up that sensor and swap it out and see if that goes away. So the tools necessary to do a transmission fluid change on this is very, very easy. You need a 10mm Allen, like hex head, right? So we went and bought this set of Pittsburgh tools. I think they were what, like 13 bucks for the set. It was super cheap, yeah, but you need just a 10mm. That's literally all you need to do a transmission fill and change, or transmission fluid fill. You take your 10 mil here. You need a 3/8 drive ratchet, or if your socket's a 1/2 inch, use a 1/2 inch. A little transfer pump and your fluid, and it's freaking so easy, man. All right, drain pan. Yep, pull that plug out of it, and then you see the little breather on the top there. This guy open. Yep. All right, don't fucking lose that. If you lose that, you're screwed, because that's how you seal this thing up to take it to go like drain it. It's not fun. So this guy, just gonna slide over back here to the transmission, okay?
You want me to get under?
Oh yeah, you're good. Look at this right here.
Damn,
you got a fat nail in the front tire, dog. So we may have to go get a plug kit today and plug that tire. Perfect. Great. All right, brother. Your first tool to work on your first car.
Okay, right.
Get up under there. I'll meet you under there. Okay. So what you want to look for is, not yet, on the side over here, there should be a drain plug identical to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and try to break that loose.
So it needs to be flipped on or off?
It needs to be set to off. So that's left.
Left?
Yeah. Loosen the damn thing. That's tightening it.
Fuck. When I tell you I don't know anything about cars,
There you go.
this is what
There
I
you go.
mean.
She's loose. That's fine.
Okay.
Now do the same here. So that one on your other side over there was your fill plug. This is your drain plug.
Yeah.
Give her some beans, brother.
Fucking weak.
Act like you ate your Wheaties this morning.
I didn't eat anything.
That's gonna change it. All right, so hold on before you strip it out, okay? Take it out. You hold camera. Done.
I think I did horrible filming, but
It'll be all right, dog. All right, so now it's loose. You want to pull that socket off of there.
like completely.
Yeah, just pull it off. Okay. Take the socket, put it in there, start unscrewing it. And now fluids, all right, just drop the ratchet because this shit's gonna go everywhere. All right, so the key is to hold upward pressure while you're unscrewing it, okay? Because the second you pull that out, fluid's gonna start coming out.
Yeah.
So hold upward pressure. Okay, grab a hold of the bolt and yank down and away. There you go, dog. There you go, slick. All right, so the fluid doesn't look terrible, right? It doesn't look awful.
Somewhat that bronze color.
Yeah, it's still got some good color to it, but who knows what it is that's in there. We'll see if we can fix the issue. What's cool is, I don't see any metal. I don't see any metal flakes or any inkling there's any metal in it. So, you know, this thing, I mean, that doesn't look like 4 quarts coming out of there. So it may have just been low. Go ahead and pull that fill plug out on the side.
The what?
The fill plug. The other one you broke loose.
Oh, yeah.
You can just remove that one because the fluid only goes up to that height, so nothing's going to come out of it. And for the record, guys, this is a, where's it at? It is a CDO one. So in the 03 G35s, that's what comes in there. So check the hole and see if there was a little gasket like smushed to it on it. You see it?
Yeah.
Is there one? Yeah, put that over that bolt. All right, so both of those are fine. They're reusable. We didn't have to worry about that yesterday. All right, so that's draining. Next step is we got to get your fluid. All right, let's get this way back here. There we go. All right, so get that nice and open there. Okay. You're gonna put your in hose in the bottle, like so. Nice and good. Take your out hose, put it in that fill plug. Okay.
How far in?
As far as it'll go. You don't want it to come back out because it's gonna come back out and spit this stuff in your face.
Yeah.
And then take your transfer pump. And you're gonna pump it up. I will hold that in the hole for you. You feel it getting heavy, getting thick? Oh God! Oh God! No. Such a bad thing. This is a terrible problem.
It's so slick.
Okay, so hold that in there when you're pumping it, cause that.
Like a fucking baby oil on my hands.
Gear lube, dog. It's worse than baby oil. This stuff stinks.
Oh,
just don't point it at me when you're doing that, please.
Please just stay in. Just stay.
Damn, that sucked that whole bottle up quick. That's good.
Get another one?
Yes, sir. We gonna need another one.
Like, yeah. Fuck.
This is the learning experience, my dude.
Yeah, this is definitely the one.
I'm so glad it didn't just blast me in the face.
I was like, what the
I'd have been
fuck?
so freaking mad, bro. Just take gear oil to the face first thing in the morning.
Nothing better than.
All right, so now we're just gonna pop this guy in here. All right, hold that and don't point it at my face and pump it. Yeah, there you go. You're good. Make sure that doesn't fly out of there either, because it will sometimes. Oh, hold on. It was just suction to the bottom of the bottle. My fault. You were sucking the hose flat. That's why I thought it was flowing. It's suction to the bottom of the bottle. You don't want your face to be directly under the fill plug either, because how you figure out that it's full is it starts coming back out of the fill plug.
Oh, dope. I'm in the wrong position.
Another bottle. I think the factory manual said like 3.1 quarts, but everything I've read has said that it takes just a little bit more, like 3.5 or so. So
This shit sucks.
it's a learning experience, man.
What?
Alright, now I put this guy in there.
Ooh, it's starting to leak out the side.
No, it's probably just because it should take way more than that. It'll start coming out. Just watch your face, dog, because if it starts coming out of there, you're gonna know.
I'm expecting it.
Alright, that should be good. Okay,
One more.
that's 3. And it should take most of this bottle. When it starts coming out of there, you'll know, because
Yes,
it'll come out just as fast as it goes in.
Looks like it's gonna come right at me. I think I'm set up for failure here.
Alright, switch bottles.
Damn it.
I'm just gonna hold it in there so it doesn't fly out. How far do you have this in there? Oh, hold on. Alright, go ahead.
I'm so fucking nervous right now, dude. It's just gonna fucking fly out of my face.
Alright, it's coming back out. It's on my hand. See?
Sweet.
Now put the fill plug or the fill plug back in there.
Yes, sir.
We just have. This is a mess. This is a nightmare. Like,
We started off today with no like leaking things. Now everybody's gonna come out here and be like,
oh my
what the
god,
fuck
it's
is
leaking! Alright,
That's not tight because I can't really.
here. Watch it. Tighten it down till it stops.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Act like you've put something in a hole before.
Fuck you.
Alright, what's happening now is there you go. It's loose enough that you need to hold the socket, yeah. Alright, feel it when it stops, give it like a good little bit more. Just a couple little more. There you go, you're good. Alright, transmission flush and fill is done.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir. Alright, now let's maze our way out of here. And go wash our hands real quick, just to move on to the next. Oh, we have gloves. Why didn't we use those?
Where?
I had a whole box of them. That would have been helpful. Not really. It's worth it, I think.
Good stuff, Brody.
Now, mind you, this is a learning experience for that young man. So he about blasted me with the gear oil. The hose wasn't all the way in the transfer pump, and that synchro mesh is super thick, so when he went to pump it, it just blasted out of there and freaking got me a little bit, but we got a little bit of a mess. It's okay. Next step, change oil. All right, now we're changing oil. Okay. First step, take cap off.
This part.
Yes. Use muscles. There you go. Take that off, set it to the side somewhere. Okay, now, go underneath. There you go. So you opened up your cap up top, right?
Not yet.
Yep.
Oh, up top, yeah.
Yep. And now you need a 14 millimeter for the drain plug bolt. So pull that guy off there, if you can do it, because it's slightly lubricated.
No.
Okay. Pop that guy on there. Set it to off.
Yep.
Yep. Now break that guy loose. Remember what I did?
No.
All right, so your leverage is trash right now. Take it off and set it up where you're like right here. and then hold it tight and just smack that side of the wrench a couple times. Bump it real hard.
Like,
yeah. There you go.
Got him.
Now you want this directly under that because it's going to come out towards you. So you might want to slide out towards the front of the car a little bit. Okay. Because when that comes out, it comes out with some speed. So you hold your drain pan faced like this here, like part way under it and part way across from it. So when it comes out, you're ready for it.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah, pressure up toward, like in towards it. Which, I mean, you don't necessarily need it till the very end, but you just want to be prepared for that fluid to start coming out of there. All right, so that's good enough to where you can just pull the plug. Okay. Use one hand. Oh, I got you, boy.
I did
You were
get
ready
me.
for it.
I wasn't.
It's all right. That oil is black, boy. It needed to be changed.
Jeez.
All right, you don't need that oil drain plug anymore because we got you a replacement. So just set it off to the side.
Oh shit. Oops.
Just to make sure that we get a proper seal. We bought a replacement drain plug just to make sure that it's good to go. All right, so let that drain. Yeah, it is super black, man. It needed to be changed. It was time. But that's just negligence on the previous owner. You think right before you sell a car, you change the oil in it, get it detailed, clean it up. Take your ratchet, tighten it down just like you did the back ones. Tighten it till it stops, then give it a couple bumps just to make sure it's nice and tight. Alright, that should be plenty.
Cool.
Alright, now you gotta pull your filter off, which is right there on the side. That big black thing?
Yeah.
See if you can unscrew it with one hand. I hope so, because I don't have a filter wrench on hand. Alright, let me see if I can get under there and get it loose.
Yes, sir.
See, and like when you tighten down your filters, man, you don't want to like crank them down, because
Make it hard to remove.
there it is. Alright, so your oil filter comes off nice and easy, right?
Is it supposed to leak?
Yeah, your oil filter has oil in it.
Oh, heard.
Yeah, it makes sense,
That would
right?
make sense, yeah.
And this is just dude, it's just a walnut filter. You just drain your oil filter into your pan. Nope, not yet. What we're gonna need now is, now that filter is off, we need to pull this lower oil cooler hose off, which this whole assembly isn't tight, so we're just gonna go ahead and tighten that down too, because that's just asking for trouble. We're gonna pull this hose right here off, which I think has a split in it, so we may cut it, shorten it, and put it back on, so we can get to this here, this sensor. You see?
That's a sensor.
That's that sensor we're changing, yes. All right, so VQ takes 5 quarts of oil. You have 5 quarts of oil in your hand. So the trick is to not glug it. So hold the bottle on its side. So rotate. Well, not like that. Like, I mean flat, like the opposite direction. Okay, like that there. Easy killer. You go too fast, it'll start coming back out. So you're good. Keep going. Put the drain plug in, right?
Yeah.
Just making you double check.
Oh, you made me think there for a second, made me worry.
Drinking it up.
Uh-huh. Now, why do we have a big leak under here?
Grab a paper towel. Up like that. Put your cap back on. Don't tighten that thing down too tight. You see how there's marks in it?
Yeah.
It's from people having to take channel locks and opening them. I don't know what it is about those VQs, but those freaking oil caps get so tight. Like Bella can't open her own. I have to like freaking get in there and that thing loose.
Dang.
So we did. Come over here with me. Come get in here. Come get in here. Say hello to the people.
How you
This is
doing?
Adam. Adam's the one that crashed Bella's G35. Now he has his own. It's great. Circle of life.
Oh, God.
For the record, he didn't crash it. He got hit in it. I don't want to say he crashed it. He got hit while driving. Whilst driving.
I was not at fault at all.
Yeah. All right.
Adam.
So We changed. What did we do? What did we do today,
We
Adam?
changed the oil filter.
Uh-huh.
We changed the transmission fluid.
Uh-huh.
Pumped new transmission fluid in it.
Yeah, so that's a flush and fill.
Flush and fill. And we drained the oil and put more oil in it.
And one more.
One more thing?
One more.
Well, the oil filter.
No.
No.
Come on. Use your brain.
Yeah, I don't know. What?
We changed the damn sensor, dude.
Oh yeah, the sensor. That's right. The oil sensor, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is the oil pressure switch is what it's called.
Oil pressure switch.
Yeah, we changed the oil pressure switch.
The OPS.
Yeah, well, which is kind of an ass to get to. So like, I got all my tools stolen, so I don't have much, and the oil cooler sits right next to it. It's kind of in a really crappy area, so we ended up pulling the oil cooler off and getting in there, which worked out in the end, so that's good.
Job is done.
Okay, guys, and that is how you do a oil change, transmission, flush and fill, and oil pressure sensor on one of these things. I know I didn't cover the oil pressure sensor. It was kind of an ass to get to, so went ahead and did that. Adam, how do you feel, buddy?
I'm feeling great. It's a car. I learned a little bit today.
What'd you learn how to do? What'd you learn how to do?
Okay, learn how to change the oil filter. Learn how to change
your oil.
Well, yeah, oil
Yeah.
filter, transmission fluid, and then the OPS thing.
Yeah,
Right?
the oil pressure sensor.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, as always, thank you guys so much for sticking around. And if you've made it this far into the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.